Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7 Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This verse provides a practical formula for dealing with anxiety. Instead of worrying, we're instructed to pray with gratitude. The result is God's supernatural peace that protects our hearts and minds, a peace that doesn't depend on our circumstances making sense. John 14 verse 27 Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Jesus himself promises to give us his peace, not the temporary, circumstantial peace the world offers, but his eternal, unshakable peace. This is a direct command from Christ to reject fear and anxiety in favor of his perfect peace. Isaiah 26 verse 3 You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Perfect peace comes from keeping our minds focused on God rather than our problems. When we fix our thoughts on his faithfulness and character, anxiety loses its grip on our hearts. Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30 Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus invites us to bring our heavy burdens, including anxiety and worry, directly to him. He promises rest for our weary souls and reminds us that his way is gentle, not harsh or overwhelming. Psalm 4 verse 8 In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. This verse speaks to those nights when anxiety keeps us awake. God's protection allows us to rest peacefully, knowing we are safe in his care. Physical rest often follows when we find spiritual peace. Romans 8 verse 6 The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. This verse reveals that peace is connected to how we think. When our minds are controlled by God's Spirit rather than worldly concerns, we experience life and peace instead of spiritual death and anxiety. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 16 Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you. God is called the Lord of peace, meaning peace is part of his very nature. He can give us peace at all times and in every way, not just when things are going well, but in every circumstance we face. Colossians 3 verse 15 Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace. And be thankful. We have a choice in what rules our hearts. This verse encourages us to let Christ's peace be the deciding factor in our thoughts and decisions, not our fears or anxieties. Gratitude also plays a key role in maintaining peace. Psalm 29 verse 11 The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Peace is described as a blessing from God, not something we have to earn or manufacture on our own. Along with strength to face challenges, God freely gives peace to his people as an act of his grace. John 16 verse 33 I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. Jesus is honest about life's difficulties. We will face trouble. But he offers peace despite the storms, not because of the absence of storms. His victory over the world means our peace isn't dependent on perfect circumstances.